The Cardinals, they're a weird team. They're weird. They score 17 points a game. They're 25th in the NFL. Not good. They allow 25 points a game. Really bad. 30th out of 32 teams. They're not good. They're 3-10, but they've won 2 of their last 4. They've won them the same ways. And this is, as we go into this, the scouting report, it's very clear. It is very clear that the Cardinals' game plan is to run the ball and manage third downs. That's their entire game plan, which is simple. A lot of teams feel that way. The Niners would echo that. Listen to their 2 wins. So they beat the Steelers 24-10. They ran the ball 38 times for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. On third downs, they were 10-17. That's what they want. That's the blueprint. We run the ball, we convert third downs, we stay on the field. If they do that, they can win games. Go back to their win against Atlanta. They won 25-23, close game. They ran the ball 41 times. That's ridiculous. 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. They went 7 of 14 on third downs. Those are the simplest stats. How many rush attempts do they have? How did they do on third downs? Turnovers are always, a part of the equation. But if they can run the ball effectively and stay on the field in third downs, then, yeah, there we go. That's what they're trying to do. And that's what they've done. They've done really well against that. Now, if we look at PFF's, kind of all that whatever, their rankings, they're not a good team. They haven't been a good team statistically, analytically, or record-wise, whatever. Visually, they're not good. Overall, out of 32 teams, they're 30th. Offense, 27. Defense, dead last. Worst defense in the NFL, according to PFF. Special teams, 12th. 49ers, first overall. First offense. First defense. Tied for 28 special teams. It's bad. It's bad. Right here. Yeah, Tommy, I got the joke. I'm a system YouTuber, system quarterback, game manager. I get it. Yeah, right here. Sean's explaining it to me. It's a joke, John, about Brock being called a system. He's saying you're Brock. I thank you. Now, let's go to this. Let's go to this clip. Shout out to Juan Solis. Somebody asked Brock about being a game manager or a system quarterback. Here's what he had to say.
I don't know, man. I don't want to comment on that. I'm, like I said, I'm playing quarterback, trying to win games, and we'll see at the end of all of it. So
he's so all shucks. That's like pissed off Brock Purdy. That's the most agitated he has been in a presser so far. I don't want to comment on that. Like, it's getting to him, and it should. And I think with his teammates and everybody that's out there in the national media and people that don't watch film, it's from all those letter networks and whatever else. And it's funny, but like a pissed off Brock Purdy is a great thing. I like it whenever he gets mad. I like it when he plays greedy. I like it when he's animated out there and, hitting the veins and talking trash and flexing and, do it. I like that. The moxie is what drives the energy. And you want energy this week. Divisional road game, you want energy out there. That's huge. The more energy, the better it is for the Niners. He's going home. This is home. First game. Pro career in Arizona at home. First game. This game's huge, man. Do not doubt Brock. And, I'm going through my bets, and I'm like, man, the odd, and I'll say this, I'll share bets of the week later on. I'm struggling because the payouts on a lot of these bets, the odds aren't in our favor anymore. We've cashed in this year on all our 49ers bets, but now it's like, we always bet 49ers score early because Shanahan's the freaking man, and we've made so much money on that. But now the payout, like you bet 10 and you win 4. And it's like, gosh, it's like that on so many plays because the Niners have been so consistently great. It's hard to make a lot of those bets because the odds just aren't that great. The payouts aren't great. But, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm betting on Brock Purdy throw over 1.5 touchdowns. That's happening. Right here, Thomas. No disrespect. I can never say this guy's name. To Froholt. I can't say his first name. He's the first ever Danish football player to start an NFL game. Hall of Fame kicker Morten Anderson not included. But you are right, John. Cardinals O-line is bad. Thomas, my good friend. If this is the Thomas who I think it is, who we hung out in Vegas and with all the UK faithful groups, appreciate you, brother. And yeah, I remember when Froholt was coming out and the Patriots drafted him. I liked him. It was a nice pick, developmental guy, and now he's a starting center. Is he a good starting center? Nah, I don't know, but yeah, respect. What he's overcome is incredible. I love that. Ed, John, we want Brock playing with a chip on it. Chip, he's more effective. I agree. Dude, spite has driven John Chapman to great things. We'll be honest. Like, I am petty. I don't know how petty Brock is, but Brock is the most all shucks, everybody's my best friend guy in the world, which I can relate to because I really do like a lot of people. I like, here, I'll say this, and I'm not here just saying this about me. I feel like this is kind of who Brock is. I don't know. I like every person I've ever met when I met them. Like every single person I met, I feel like is like a new best friend. And I've always had this attitude since I was little. And I give everybody the benefit of the doubt twice. So something happens, that's cool. That's on me. Like I don't buy into the, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. No, no, no. Everybody gets two. Everybody gets two. After that, mm, John holds grudges. I do. And I feel like whenever I hear Brock and I see Brock interact, and he's always just like, yay, nice, fun, yeah, great, 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 positive, positive, positive. But at the same time, you see some of those things, and it's just like, man, there's a little bit of grudge down in there. There has to be, especially, you know, literally tab Mr. Irrelevant, all the stuff going on. Like, eventually, it's just like, let's go. You know what I mean? And so I think that's huge. And so I think eventually, mm, it's going to go down. Now, we went through the PFF rankings and all those things, and Jonathan Gannon, who we know, terrible person, terrible coach. Actually, I think he's a pretty good coach, but I can't stand this man. You remember him with Philly and all the trash talking, and he's just cringe. Anybody that comes out of Philly and is part of that Nick Sirianni coaching tree, you just know, like, it's straight Nickelback. If Nickelback was a coach, which, take that for what you will. Like, I can't stand this man. I know the Niners hate him, and it's personal for them too, because he's talked so much trash, and it's like, all right, let's go. Now, the 49ers, we played them in week 4, blew them out. 49ers lead the series 35-29, so a 6-game lead in the all-time series. Not that much if you think about it. Should be more. But we beat them 35-16 in week 4. They had Joshua Dobbs as their quarterback then. Purdy only had 1 touchdown pass. James Conner rushed 11 times for 52 yards. McCaffrey went off, 20 carries, 106 yards, 3 touchdowns. Michael Wilson was their number 1 wide receiver, their only physical wide receiver on their team. He's out. He's on IR. Zach Ertz had 6 catches for 53. He's no longer on the team. It's just weird. You look at this. Brandon Ayuk, 6 catches, 148 yards. He cooked. I'm excited about this. Now, the one thing that you can't say about their defense, they didn't have Budda Baker. He went on the team. Wasn't on the team. Now he's there. That's an all-pro level safety. Budda Baker is awesome. And him versus George Kittle, the price of admission, worth it alone. Now, listen to these defensive ranks because they're not good. 30th in points allowed out of 32 teams, 23rd in yards, 21st turnovers, 24th fumbles, 32nd first downs. They give up the most first downs in the entire NFL. Not good when you're one of the best rushing teams in the NFL. 28th pass touchdowns, 20th interceptions, 31st rush yards allowed, 28th rush touchdowns allowed, 31st on third downs, 20th in the red zone. All bad. There's nothing good about this team. You look at the personnel, it's got issues. Now, okay, let's talk about what they're good at on defense. They got 2 great safeties, Budda Baker, Jalen Thompson, both good. They got a good edge player in Zaven Collins. They draft him as a linebacker. He's kind of a 3-4 hybrid, whatever else. He's a good edge player. He's ranked 36th out of all the edge players. Like, that's me being generous. Like, if there's a strength, it's probably him. I would argue the worst corners in the NFL, the worst corners. Kentrell Clark, the rookie, not good. He's not good. Marco Wilson, their other outside corner, not good. You look at, they're going to probably move Garrett Williams, third round rookie out of Syracuse. I think he's a pretty good, promising player. That's their nickel guy. He's probably their best, but he's not even out there that much. And if we're doing 21 and 12 personnel, he might not even be out there. Keep their linebackers out there. I think that's what I would do because their linebackers are trash. Their linebackers are terrible. Terrible. I don't know. And there's this one guy, Kaiser White was their guy when we played him week 4, and Shanahan obliterated him. Well, he's on IR now. So their new linebacker, and y'all pay attention to this number because you're going to see him in trouble the whole damn game. Number 10, Josh Woods. I don't know anything about this dude. Okay, well, I know about his playing career. He might be amazing. I'm telling you right now, going through film, he's not good. Number 10, Josh Woods, undrafted free agent out of Maryland in 2019. Started one game his whole career before this year. Got put into the starting lineup because of injuries. He gets a lot of tackles, but man, that dude is in a blender. I watched the game against Pittsburgh. That dude was confused all the time. Now you got Kyle Shanahan. Number 10, guys. I'm telling you, that's the one. Who do you exploit? Kyle Shanahan's going to put that dude in the Bermuda Triangle. Freaking George Kittle, CMC, and Debo. This guy's not going to know what hit him. Whew. I'm excited, man. I am so excited. Like, I want to see that. I really, really do. And so, when we're on this side of the ball, it's just difficult to find good players. BJ Ojulari's decent rookie guy, edge rusher, cool. They just don't have much. Their D-line's bad. Their linebackers are bad. Their corners are bad. They got good safeties. That's hard. That's hard to establish. They don't have the personnel to execute. This is why they're dead last and everything. And if you talk about this game and I agree that it's going to be a nasty game. This is their Super Bowl. They got everything in the world to get up for. They're rested. They're healthy. I get it. But personnel-wise, the 49ers offense against the Cardinals defense is not fair. It's not fair. That's my least favorite phrase, like probably in the English language, not fair. But I'm telling you right now, this ain't it. If this game is going to be competitive and close, it's got to be the Cardinals offense living up to and overcoming the Cardinals defensive whatever. Now, maybe you get a turnover if you're the Cardinals, deflected pass, fumble, something like that. They haven't done it all year, but they're going to have to here. They're going to have to here. Oh, man. This is just not fair. Like, Kyle Shanahan is like laughing, and they do a multiple everything, right? Their scheme, they do a 3-4, but Jonathan Gannon's one of those people that just thinks he's smarter than everybody and he's going to reinvent the wheel and all those things. And so they do this amoeba defense where everybody's moving pre-snap, and so they try to make it like where nobody knows what's going on. But the problem is, this isn't freaking Kenny Pickett. This isn't Desmond Ridder. This isn't, who was the other Falcons quarterback that they had started? Heineke. This is Brock freaking Purdy. And you need to put some damn respect on this kid's name because he's one of the most aware diagnosing quarterbacks in the NFL. So, yeah, you want to mix all this stuff up and diagnose. That's cool. But if you're not sound, you're going to get in trouble. CMC and Debo will take advantage of that. And so part of this matchup is just Jonathan Gannon being too big for his britches. Maybe if you had some all-pro talent, you can cover up some of the unsoundness on defense because they are unsound. Brock Purdy, it's up here. This is what makes him special. The footwork and the head work. That's Brock Purdy. Not size, not arm strength, none of those things. Nope. He can diagnose coverages better than almost anybody in the NFL, and his feet are constantly impeccable. That's where the accuracy comes from, right? And so that's why I think this is huge. Joe, what's up, brother? He says, please blitz us. Purdy will kill it. They blitzed Brock Purdy 5 times in week 4. Brock Purdy went 5 for 5. Like, go ahead. Go ahead. Like, we can run the ball against you the whole game. The whole game. And if you do load the box and force Brock to throw it, cool. Brandon Ayuk had 146 yards against you in week 4. Can do that at any point. George Kittle has his counterpoint in Buda Baker. That's must-see TV. Ah, whew, whew. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just this is not a fair matchup. It's not fair. It's not fair.